Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Feed the Beast Interactions. How's it going, everyone? I was in the process of, we could say, improving all of our systems here when a disaster struck. I did something quite foolish, and you'll see that all our wires are gone. The reason is I switched our power in here from a 4 amp thing to a 16 amp thing without thinking properly, and every single wire that we have has just gone kaput. And very bad is that it also affects all of our machines down here, because I was trying to get rid of the cable down here, and the moment that we severed that connection, all of the cables back there just went and died. All of them completely dead. So I'm trying to recover that, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to accomplish such a feat. Let's see, can we fill that in? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to fix all that, but in the meantime, I want to talk about what we want to be achieving. In the near future, I really want to get an assembly machine that is quite high on my level, or like in my brain, that's quite important. Beautiful. Just getting this transitioned. The power from our photonuclear stuffy stuff is proving to be amazing, to the point where I'm trying to actually convert most of, if not all of our power to it. We'll still have our EV diesel generators sort of as a backup, but if they're not running, they don't need to operate. And that means that we only have a few machines left that runs on these HV stuff, on the HV fantastic wonderful stuffs. And as long as it's quite minimal, I might be okay with leaving it for the time being, especially considering I need to get as many 4X signalum cables as I can, so that I can get my system upstairs back up and running. Because I need to be able to make cables to get cables, you know? So I know we need to have a wire mill and probably this assembly machine. Everything else might be okay for the moment. Just need to get more signalum. Perfect. All right. And I think I was also making more energy crystals. Yoink. These guys are wonderful. I should be doing Lapatron, but I just didn't want to improve every machine to EV, and I didn't want to do whole transformer system. Alright, but I'll do that later. Another small improvement that I've been working on is improving these crafting coprocessors, or all these dudes. They are wonderful and amazing. Can I name them? I don't know. In any case, the purple dudes make it so they can do more crafts at one time, and these guys hold big crafts. So I've been noticing that it only does the one thing, because for the most part I've been only giving them one crafting coprocessor, and I'm thinking I might want to do more. They're quite cheap, so yeah, that's sort of where my brain is at. Alright. What do we want to be making? I have actually been working on the assembly machine. We have the main component, and I need to make a whole bunch of assembly line casings. However, all of our systems are down. That's not very fun. But you know what is fun? Is between episodes, I've been working on a little goodie. This guy right here is a Terra Shatterer. Speaking of which, I wonder if I can enchant it. Can I? Ooh, I might be able to. Sweet. I can't do a massive enchant right now. Ooh, lag. But I can at least do whatever I can. Speaking of which, how do I make these Hellfire things? No, it's not Hellfire. What is it? Hell Shelf. These Hell Shelves are quite interesting in the fact that I can probably make more of them soon. Imbued slates, yeah, I might be able to actually get to the 150 level, which I believe is the max, and start getting some ridiculous enchantments. But for right now, the 72 will do quite nicely. Brilliant. Lapis, not Lapo. Perfect. So this Terra Shatterer, I was under the impression that it might be a little bit too good. But you know what? That's okay, right? Being too good is fine. So if we go to, let's say we go mine something, right? So shift, and what if we go to, I need more of my, oh, I haven't set up a one for the end. I better do that. I need more tungsten. Always need more tungsten. So if we go to the end, I'm gonna find some tungsten. So this is my process at the moment for getting stuff. First, I'm going to empty my inventory a little bit because it's a darn mess. Perfect. Put away that stuff as well. Beautiful. We're gonna grab a scanner, right? And we're going to set the scanner block. I'm now keeping quite a few of them, so we can look for titanium, uranium, tungstate, all sorts of fantastic goodies. If I hit a scan for this, it'll look in a rather large area. I was under the impression that it was the same area, but it seems larger for block scan than just sort of like a rare stuff scan. So now I can already see that there's a little bit of it down here. Perfect. It's quite a small vein, so I don't have to even mine down to it, and I'm definitely going to need a magnet. Magneto, where are you? Thank you. So we're going to right click with this Terra Shatterer, and I think it should just work. I haven't tested whether I need the Ring of Thor in my inventory or not, and that test just showed it right there. Now, with the Ring of Thor, it mines a 5x5, as if you were a 2-block high person. So if I mine here, it mines up from there. It's a very impressive machine, or pickaxe, and with every level that I level it up higher, so right now you can see it's at B tier, about halfway to A tier, it'll mine even more. I think at A it mines a 7x7x7, and then S tier is 9x9, and then there's another tier which is absolutely ridiculous, and anyone who goes beyond that is insane. You can just mine out entire areas. Like, watch this. We're just gonna kaboom, 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 blah, 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 and we're already in this fantastic tungstate mine. Boom. Look at that. So the top one is right here, and it's centered around this fella. So there we go. Oh, the mining speed, the amount of efficiency on this guy is amazing. Yeah, not gonna have any issues with ore, only with processing it, which is fantastic. I like having that issue. Then again, we always kind of had that issue, huh? It was never an issue to mine up stuff. It was always, we had mountains of ore and never quite enough time to deal with the processing of it. But that's I like that problem, and this just makes the mining a little bit quicker. Oh, and apparently it gives me wings. Look at that. Right click. What is giving me the wings? Is it the pickaxe? If I put away the pickaxe, do the wings go away? No. Is it from the Ring of Thor? I honestly am very confused why I have wings right now. Why do I have wings? What on earth is giving me wings? Huh. I don't know. Well, anyway, I mined out a whole vein of it, and I'm still having wings. Why? Why? What is giving me these? Oh well, I like it. Cool. So, what do we have on the agenda today? Well, I have to go fix these cables. That's very important. Process a little bit of ore, and hopefully we can take a look at something cool. All right, all of the cables are fixed and doing much better. I got a realization, which is that I like these skitty cables because as a little tiny individual, I'm able to run around in here a lot more efficiently. So instead of two 16x, I went with four 4x. I could have gone with an 8x and just sort of made the cables a 2 thick, but yeah, I mostly just want easy cable placement, so I think everything is operational. And 16 amps of HV power is more than enough to run most things, and yeah, I think that'll work. If it doesn't, I'll fix it. We really should upgrade to EV stuff soon. And I believe all of these machines down here should also be operational. Excellent. Replaced all of those cables. We definitely need to work on Tungstate. So who has Tungstate? Did I already try and cook up most of it? It is a tricky thing to have. Does this guy get densified? It does get densified. Need more of that. Beautiful. So we were working on a rather large craft, and as you can see, all of these things are being produced effectively at the same time, which is really cool. Anything that can be crafted gets crafted, and what is holding us up? Is it this machine? Well, that's almost done. Now what is it? It's the lathe. Cool. Just speed that up. And we should be getting, momentarily, the 12 assembly line casings that we need. These guys are crazy. Crazy expensive. Robot arms, tungsten steel frames, all sorts of insane stuff. But thankfully, I already did this guy. These guys require so many quantum processors, it's ridiculous. Or crystal processors, that is. So those are the, as far as I can tell, the expensive part of the assembly line. So we're getting very close to being able to slap this bad boy down. Unless the grates are expensive. Are you guys expensive? Nah, you're cheap. All right, I think we have everything we need to make an assembler or an assembly line machine thingamabobber dude mister thing. Let's do that. Quest complete. Woohoo! It only looks for the assembly line as far as I can tell. Ooh, IV machine hull. Cool. Anything else? Any other cool stuff for us? That would be nice. I like fun stuff. Ooh, Naquata. Doped wafer. I really need to start producing those. And probably set up a whole bunch of machines to automate it. I'd like one as ridiculous as it is. I would really like to have a laser engraver for every type of lens that I use. It seems ridiculous, but that would make me quite happy. IV machine hull. Huh. So we need a big open area to house this machine, and I feel like this room hasn't gotten used other than just being as a junction box to get to all sorts of places. So I'm thinking that we'll place it here. It is 12 long, so I need to figure out where to put that, right? So if this is the center of the room, 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it could go there. Pretty ridiculous how big this machine is, but that's okay. I didn't have to make it this big right from the get-go, but you know, it'll work. Let's see. So the input hatches go here-ish, like so. I think there's 11 of those. I made an extra. And then what, right? It's a big machine, and let's get to placing. Alright, let's see if this got placed properly. I did accidentally put the hatches on the inside. Those were supposed to be input buses. Whoops! And I've overdone it on input hatches, and I've also overdone it on energy, but that's okay. This machine is hilariously big. Let's see if it placed properly. Nope. And there we go. It turned out that this thing, it was a bit finicky on where the output bus was, and it also didn't want a input hatch on that row, so I had to replace this with a solid steel machine casing, and the output hatch is now at the butt of it, not at the entrance, which is kind of where I wanted it, but that's okay. No big deal. Well, now we have it. That's fun. Alright, taking a look at what we can make, it's pretty much similar stuff to what we've been able to make in the past, just new levels. So we can make motors, really, really nice ones, all of them, up to what looks to be UV, and then it just shows us every single thing, right? And we're not quite at the point where I think that we can utilize a lot of this. I just wanted the assembly machine. Probably the next step is to start getting UU matter. I probably should have done that in this episode, but assembly machine, I wanted it, right? Let's see, what else can we make? This is sort of the ultimate goal of the whole pack, so this is the machine we'll be able to make the creative storage key. So that's something. Right click on some storage blocks to easily toggle the creative mode on them, so it basically gives us free stuff from that moment on. If we wanted to, we could look into going towards infinity stuff, but all of our infinity stuff will be going towards the chicken, which is hopefully one of the things that we'll be able to see in this machine. I thought it was infinity chicken. Maybe some things are just not showing up in here, or maybe I went right by this little fella, but this is also the machine that will make him in. And we already have all of these things except for Awakened, Draconium, Neutronium, and Infinity. I guess we do have to make stem cells. So at some point I need to figure out the automation of that. But all of that will probably have to be in a future episode. For now, this has been Creeta. This has been Feed the Beast Interactions. I hope you've enjoyed. Woo! That was a magic trick. Look at that. Bye!